Alright, hi, my name is Muhammad Hafiz Hafizi, and today I will talk about the type of sample. Thin layer chromatography, or TLC, is a chromatography technique used to separate non-volatile mixture. Thin layer chromatography is performed on a sheet of glass, plastic, or aluminum foil, which is coated with a thin layer of absorbent material, usually like silica gel, aluminum oxide, which is called alumina, or cellulose. Second, I will talk about the definition technique used in this analysis of sample, which is thin layer chromatography, or TLC, is a method for analyzing mixture by spreading the compounds in the mixture. TLC can be used to help determine the number of components in the mixture, the identity of component, and the purity of component. TSC consists of three steps, which is spotting, development, and visualization.
Hello, my name is Darwini Anak Perempuan Govinda Raju, metric number 1006. I'm going to talk about preparation of sample in thin layer chromatography (TLC). Okay, first of all, a straight line is drawn along one side of plate from 1 inch from the edge. It means that let's say this is the TLC plate. You should draw a line 1 inch from the edge using a pencil, as I drawn here. Pencil is always used to mark the TLC plate since the graphite carbon is inert. If we use pen, ink in the pen is not suitable to draw TLC plate, and the result will be incorrect. Then the sample that we using is a mixture sample. It should be dissolved in volatile solvent. Then we should use capillary tube or micro syringe. Then we apply as a spot in the line that drawn here.
Hi, my name is Kyle Kaninidamaran and my last 4 digit of matrix number is 0102. Today I'm going to present about the methods of analysis in TLC. There is a two analysis, which is quantitative and qualitative analysis. For the quantitative analysis, there is two techniques, which is direct and indirect. For the indirect techniques, densitometer is an instrument which measures quantitatively the density of the spots. When the optical density of the spots for the standard N test solution are determined, the quantity of the substance can be calculated. For the indirect techniques, in these techniques, the spots are into portions and eluted with solvents. This solution can be analyzed by any conventional techniques of analysis like spectrophotometry, electrochemical methods, and etc. So this is other quantitative analysis. For the qualitative analysis, it also known as the RF value. The RF value, which is a retardation factor, is calculated for identifying the spots in qualitative analysis. RF value is the ratio of distance traveled by the solid to the distance traveled by the solvent. Therefore, the RF value ranges from 0 to 1, but ideal values are from 0.2 to 0.8. 0.8. RF value is constant for every compound in a particular combination of stationary and mobile phase. When the RF value of sample and reference.
Okay, today I will explain about the possible result of TLC and the parameter of thin layer chromatography. Okay, let's move on to the first point. These are the example of the possible result. The first one is the TLC of leaf. You can see here that the component of the leaf have been separated, and it is all depend on the stationary and the mobile phase of each component. Okay, and then the second one is the separation of amino acid, and the third one is the chromatograph of caffeine, and lastly by the separation of black ink. Okay, next for the parameters, I I will take the fourth example of the possible result that I have mentioned before, which is the separation of black ink. Okay, you can see here that there are several colors, or you can observe on the plate. Okay, if you all want to know how many different dyes are made of in the mixture, you can just stop here. Okay, I have made an example here. Okay, like this. Okay. However, measurements are often taken from the plate in order to help identify the compound present. These measurements are the distance traveled by the solvent and the distance traveled by the individual spots. This one is the distance traveled by the individual spots. Okay. When the solvent get close to the top here, okay, top of the plate, and then the plate is removed from the beaker, and the position of the solvent is marked with another line before it has a chance to evaporate. Okay, here I already marked the line. Okay, these measurements are then taken. We want to calculate the RF value. Okay, what is RF value? RF value is the ratio of distance traveled by a substance to distance traveled by solvent front. Okay, here, this one. Okay, the higher the RF value, the lesser the polarity of the substance will be. Okay, the lower the RF value, the higher the polarity of the substance. Okay. The RF value of each dye is then worked out. We calculated the RF value using the formula distance traveled by the component, which is the sample front, and distance traveled by the solvent, which is the solvent front. Okay, and then the distance taken through by the solvent to move up will be assigned as solvent front, and the distance taken through by the sample to move up will be assigned as sample front. Okay, for example, I take here. Okay. Let's say that the component, the red component traveled 1.7 centimeter from the baseline here. Okay. And the solvent front here is 5 centimeter, and please note in mind that the distance of the solvent front will always be constant, and then the RF value for the red dye is calculated right here. Okay, the solvent front on here, and the the sample front here, and the solvent front. So 1.7 centimeter divided by 5 centimeters. So the answer will be 0.34. Okay, that's the example and the parameter on how to calculate the RF value. Okay. If we can repeat the experiment under the exact condition, then the RF value of each dye will always be the same. For example, the RF value for the red, that will always be 0.34, but it can be changed if some factor changes. There are some factor changes, then there will be change in the value of RF. Okay, for example, the temperature, the solvent, and the type of plate. So how can we interpret this? Okay, for substance that are very soluble in liquid, RF will be close to 1, and for substance that are are rather insoluble in the liquid, the RF will be close to 0.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurhani Fazril, Metric Midi. My metric number is 23DBT18F1024. Okay, today I will present about improvement of thin layer chromatography. So for the first improvement of thin layer chromatography is food and cosmetic product. So thin layer chromatography can be used to separate, identify and characterize different components, colors, cosmetic products, and sweetening and preservative agent, among others. It is easier to perform as it does not require any sophisticated equipment, and it also time is efficient. Next, the second improvement of pharmaceutical product. So, thin layer chromatography can be used in forensic studies where body fluids such as urine and blood can be tested for the presence of drugs. Acidic and neutral drugs can be identified by using autolysis silica in the stationary phase, while plain silica and autolysis silica can be used to identify basic drugs.